Hey, everybody. All right, let's get it. We're running a little bit behind schedule this morning. Had to run down and take a leak before we got after it this morning, but we are here. We are ready. We are rocking and rolling. It is Monday, May 12th, 2025. You are here, and this is the Hat and Beard Show. I am your hostess with the mostest, Hat and Beard. Happy to have you in here, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for telling a friend. That's what we love about you. Today, we will be discussing, real quickly here, we will be talking about, it was announced earlier this weekend that the New Orleans Saints' current starting quarterback, projected starter, was going to be Derek Carr. The 11-year veteran abruptly announces his retirement from the NFL on his second team, signed a big contract, some injuries piled up, and we will discuss what this means for the New Orleans Saints. This is both a blessing and potentially a curse, at least for this season. Hopefully ownership management understands what they are getting into with the Kellen Moore rebuild situation. Then we're going to be wandering on over to SI.com. John McCron cracked out a nice little article here for us. So Lions rookie minicamp just wrapped up, and we've got a few things to discuss. People are a little butthurt over Isaac Teslaa and his inability to separate during rookie minicamp, because if there's anything we know about Isaac Teslaa, it's that he has that blazing speed that we're all looking for. It doesn't do anything else other than just be a down-the-field runner. We need him to be that speed. And then we'll also be talking about, because rookie minicamp did just wrap up, Tim 2020 man has rookie minicamp observations. He was down there seeing and reporting on everything for everybody, so we'll take a look at that. But the bed, Fred. Before we do, if you guys wouldn't mind doing me a rock solid favor, if you wouldn't mind doing a barrel roll on over to the bathtub underneath the video, subscribing to the channel if you're new here, ring that notification bell, because I know what you're asking. You're asking, hey, Hat and Beard, how can I join people in the chat right now, like Cody Till, like Mr. Detroit City? Also, good morning, both of you guys. Trump is live, but so is the Hat and Beard. Oh, I got to compete with old Trumparooski, huh? Well, I'm going to be honest, he's a little bit bigger of a draw than I am, so I will not be offended. I will not be offended if people choose to watch old Big Donnie himself. In fact, I would probably encourage people to go watch Big Donnie. If the majority of my audience is choosing to watch Big Donnie over me, I'm not going to be too upset about that. I actually got a flag right here just off camera that you guys can't see. Good morning, Jeanette Hall. Go Lions. How you guys doing this morning? We're ready to rock and roll. So you see, you guys, we got some people hanging out in the chat, and I know you're like, hey, ho, ha, ha, ho, ha. How can I be a part of the Hat and Beard Show? Well, you can ring that notification bell after you subscribe to the channel. That way you can get a push-button notification sent directly to your phone every Monday through Wednesday. Currently, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. We will be expanding. Come July, we'll make an announcement on when we expand to go 5 days a week. All you got to do is when that notification comes through your phone, just boop, poke that bad boy, and it'll bring you right up to date, right into speed of the live chat with everybody else here on the live stream. Oh, that startled me. I thought something happened to my screen. Ho. We almost had some serious technical difficulties over here, fellas. And then last but not least, obviously like the video if you enjoy what we're rambling through here on a Monday morning. But the number one thing, the biggest thing you can do, this is the biggest thing you can do, is share this content around. Most of you are watching on your mobile device, so just again, barrel roll down to the bathtub underneath the video here, and go ahead and hit that share button. Right now, I understand. I wouldn't want to be affiliated with me either, and you have a well-groomed and well-cultivated social media algorithm, highly tailored, and you don't want any disruptions, and you, Lord knows, I mean, I don't want to be affiliated with myself, so you don't want to be affiliated with me either. But so what we can do is we can kind of cheat the system a little bit, all right? Instead of letting everybody know, you can just copy the link down onto your clipboard. The algorithm can't tell the difference, but it does help tremendously on my end push this content out here, and we honestly have been just having a massive uptick in both viewership, subscription. Everything is just trending upwards, which is scary and exciting. It's very exciting because, I mean, it's just wild, right? It's just wild. I didn't think we'd be getting this many subscriptions, let alone or subscribers, let alone over the amount that we have this past little stretch here during the off season. It's kind of exciting and terrifying to think of projections looking into the regular season. What can we expect? But yeah, Mr. Detroit City, legit, dude. Ever since you showed up, and you're not wrong. Actually, I can show correlation. Ever since you showed up and started plugging my show, we have seen a massive uptick. So you are not wrong on that. And yes, I do think God does in fact have a plan, my guy. So, all right, guys. Now that that's all out of the way, let's get into the news.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
Heck yeah. All right. That is, man, you guys are we got some good viewership here. We got some good subscribers, some good followers. I really appreciate you guys stopping and hanging out. Like I said, all the time. I'm just reading the stuff. It's you guys who make the show. So we're going to go ahead and wander on over to foxsports.com. Think what you will about Fox and their news outlet. They do produce relatively good sports media content, in my opinion. So, it's a couple days Saturday. I want to say it was Saturday-ish. I seen it come across my feed. I believe it was Ian Rappaport was the first guy to break it, and that was Derek Carr. Derek Carr, formerly of the Oakland Las Vegas Raiders and most recently of the New Orleans Saints, announced his retirement. And a little quirky with the timing. We haven't seen really an abrupt retirement of a young in their prime. I mean, he's been in the league for 11 years, but he's still in his prime for a quarterback. Just abruptly retire like this since roughly Andrew Luck. Ironically, both of them are citing medical reasons. So Derek Carr has been just banged up and riddled with injuries over the past couple of years, and I guess the idea was that he was trending towards possibly trying to play this year. Right before the draft, the news kind of all broke that Derek Carr was going to miss the entire 2025 season. And now it looks like he's just going to shut her down. I don't know if there was a second opinion involved. The thing with this, though, is maybe you'd like to think that the Saints organization, the head coach, the new rebuild that they're doing, understood the reality of the situation. Hopefully Derek Carr was being transparent with them. But man, you really would have liked to have had this, wrapped up and taken care of prior to the draft. Maybe would have changed some draft picks by the Saints. Maybe they wouldn't have, taken Shuck when they did. Maybe they would have gone after like a Jackson Dart at 9, something like that. Unfortunately, it just kind of leaves the Saints in a quarterback shit spot because what do they have on roster? Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shuck, an unproven 75-year-old rookie. Personally, knowing that here in the Motor City we have a few extra quarterbacks just laying around, maybe Brad Holmes looks to wheel and deal old Hendon Hooker, who hasn't quite panned out. Namely, look at how we signed Teddy Bridgewater out of retirement before the playoff run. Short-lived playoff run. And then most recently during this free agent period, we did sign Kyle Allen. Down over in the chat, Mr. Tracy's got some news for us. Doc's told him he'll never play football again. They can't trade for Shedeur. Yeah, they could try. First day of camps, though, I heard that Shedeur didn't look so great. One reporter said that if you were to take the names off the back of the jersey, Dylan Gabriel looked a lot more pro-ready than Shedeur Sanders did. So, yeah, maybe they could. I know that Shedeur has himself a Toronto Argonauts contract kind of in place. If he doesn't pan out, he can go to the CFL. But wow, so the Docs told him they'd never play football again, huh? Man, that's really unfortunate because, like, Derek Carr, I mean, obviously he's not the best, but he was a successful quarterback. There are a handful of people in the entire globe who can play quarterback at the NFL and play quarterback at the NFL for 11 years and play quarterback at the NFL for, let's not shit on a man who just retired. Derek Carr was a good quarterback, just on bad teams, right? Think Derek Carr, the similarities between Derek Carr and Matt Stafford's tenure in Detroit are very similar. Big arm, can get the job done. It just needs the supporting cast around him, right? Unfortunately, he only had the very short-lived time with Devontae Adams, and the Raiders organization has just been a dumpster fire for a very long time. Derek Carr tried to put on a brave face and do the best he could, but ultimately landed in New Orleans. And he just recently signed a pretty big contract with the New Orleans Saints. So there will be some money moves. And this, all of the negatives aside, obviously the projections cannot be that good as far as a win ceiling for the Saints this year, knowing the quarterback situation that they're in. You do have to have a good quarterback to an extent to navigate a 17-game season. The South is down a little bit. The NFC South is down a little bit, but that doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot when you're the bottom-feeding team of the division. However, the silver lining here is that it does get the Saints out of salary cap hell. They are in salary cap hell. They cannot make any moves. They have to nail it in the draft because of the contracts that they have doled out to various players and including Derek Carr. This now gives the entire organization in the next 2 years during this Kellen Moore rebuild more money to play with. It's unfortunate that it has to happen this way, but it's a mutually beneficial thing in the long run. One, Derek Carr, and you guys have heard me say this before, as much as I hate to see good players go early, Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders, I hate it when players can't physically walk away from the game, right? Arch Manning to New Orleans next year fulfills the Manning prophecy. Yes, it does. You are onto something there, Mr. Detroit City. You were very much onto that. However, I was kind of hoping that Arch would land himself in Detroit as a project for the next 2 years to sit and learn from Goff. That's just my dream. Good morning, Chase. Good morning, Hat and Bearders. How you doing? But hey, Chase, check this out. See this shirt, bro? Huh? How's that? You see this old school shirt, bro? I got this shirt just for you guys. I bought this shirt. I seen this shirt. Actually, Hat and Boob seen this shirt, and she was like, "There's a wrestling shirt over here. Check it out. See? Can you see the? Yeah, dude. You see the pole? Hell yeah, bro. I got this just for you guys, dude. I got this shirt just for y'all." Hat and Boobs pointed it out, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, it's a Raw versus War shirt? I haven't heard or seen the phrase Raw versus War in fucking forever, man. You know what I'm saying? That like threw me back a little bit. So make sure and answer the poll. Raw is war or Raw is, what are you talking about, hillbilly? Yeah, I got this shirt just for you guys, dude. Trying to pander to my audience. Not really. I just thought it was funny. I seen it and I was just like, yo, old school. Bet. Yeah, it's just Raw now. Yeah, well, I'm sure that it is just Raw now. They don't like the war word too much. It can't be big scary entertainment media. You got to be soft, fluffy PG 13. Can't be R-rated. We don't want Stone Cold smashing beers. We don't want blood on the stage. We want space dust and stardust. I'm just poking. I am nowhere near qualified to talk about this, bro. I'm nowhere near qualified to talk about this. All right. Let's get into the news here, boys. New Orleans Saints and former Las Vegas Raiders quarterback Derek Carr announced on Saturday morning that he is retiring from the NFL after 11 seasons. Quote, "Upon reflection of prayer and in discussions with Heather, I've decided to retire from the National Football League. For more than 11 years, we have been incredibly blessed, and we are forever grateful and humbled by this experience. It's difficult to find the right words to express our thanks to all the teammates, coaches, management, ownership, team officials, and especially the fans who made this journey so special. Your unwavering support has meant the world to us." I always like retirement news. I always like the retirement letters that these guys pen, The news comes in the wake of being revealed last month that Carr could miss the entire 2025 season due to potential right shoulder surgery. With the Saints stating on Saturday morning the 34-year-old, damn, he's 34, had a labral tear and a significant degenerative changes to his rotator cuff. Oh, that's really bad. Okay, so real quick, sidebar. We're going to go like this to connect the dots. I'm surprised that we don't see more degenerative changes to rotator cuffs with professional athletes who specialize in throwing mechanics, pitchers, quarterbacks. softball pitchers know because they understand and utilize the mechanic of the arm properly. So the way that the shoulder is constructed, right? The motion of over the top projectile, think spear throwing, think football throwing, think baseball throwing, any type of, the shoulder's not actually designed to come over the top like this. That's an unnatural motion for the shoulder. That's why softball pitching is actually the correct motion of the shoulder, the underhand rotation, utilizing momentum and leverage as opposed to brute force and straining the bones and tendons on the arm. So I'm actually surprised that you don't see more just breakdown of shoulders from the over-the-hand motion. Carr was a good QB. Not great, not bad. Can't fault the guy that coaches and health first. I completely agree with you, Brent DeWitt. That is exactly how I feel about Derek Carr. He was a good quarterback. He was not great, but he wasn't terrible. And I love it when players show autonomy, right? And they walk away from the game while they can still walk away from the game. Does that make sense? When they're still in enough head health, body health, that they can enjoy the life that they have earned generational wealth for, that it's not just that there's a person underneath the helmet. You know what I'm saying? And personally, I think, unfortunately, the timing of it is awful, right? Because if I was a businessman trying to run a franchise, I'd be pissed. I'd be fucking pissed if my franchise quarterback decided to retire post-draft when I could have grabbed a Jackson Dart. You know, I could have grabbed a Jalen Milroe. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, it didn't shake out that way. And ideally, you would think that Kellen Moore and the leadership team of the organization and the ownership of the organization understand the waters that they're heading in towards. Don't be a Ric Flair. Give it up while you can still breathe. Exactly, dude. Exactly. And as much as it sucks to be a fan of the game and see, faces of the organization retire and have to be replaced, it does give more room for new faces to emerge. But you do like to see those guys be able to go out. Yeah, he didn't go out on top, never won a Super Bowl, but he went out with his health intact. You know what I'm saying? He's one of Gruden's grinders. Yeah, dude. Yes, he is. That's right. Yeah, John Gruden did coach him up. Was Gruden there for 1 year or a year and a half? I feel like he was. And look, I get it. Think what you will about John Gruden. To each their own. I will say he's got a really good YouTube channel. I mean, you want some in-depth break. There is not many opportunities in life where you will be able to get the actual unbridled breakdown of a Super Bowl winning head coach for free every week on the internet. The insight, it's amazing. I strong think what you will about John Gruden. If you're not into him, that's your thing. That's cool. That's fine. But the content, whoo boy, it is some good shit, man. Gruden is the fuck man. Oh, the fucking man. Yeah, he is. I always like John Gruden. Knock on wood if you're with me. You know what I'm saying? I like John Gruden. I've always liked Chucky. I can't help it. I like that style of coaching, man. I don't like the Jeff Fisher, Andy Reid, soft coaching. You know what I'm saying? I like my coach to be up in everybody's face. Soon after he announced his retirement, shared a longer thank you message on social media. Thank you doesn't say enough. To my incredible family and friends, thank you for your love and support. To the Raiders and Saints organization, Mr. Davis and Mrs. Benson, thank you for giving me the opportunity to live out a childhood dream, Carr wrote, and a much more successful childhood dream than that of his older brother. Let's not forget David Carr, former number 1 overall pick of the expansion Houston Texans. That's right. Same family. Quote, to every coach who shaped me, my teammate, every teammate I went to battle with, and every opponent who pushed me, I am grateful for the grind, the memories, and the brotherhood. To the fans, thank you for riding with me through the highs, the lows, the injuries, the comebacks, the records, and the Pro Bowls. That's a cool little picture right there. Derek Carr, you know. Carr was entering the third season of a 4-year, $150 million deal with the Saints. He missed 7 starts last season due to an oblique and hand injuries. Across the 10 games he started, Carr put up 2,100 yards, 15 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and a 101 passer rating while completing just under 70% of his passes. Carr, a 4-time Pro Bowler, spent the first 9 seasons of his career with the Raiders from 2014 to 2022, who selected him with the number 36th overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft out of Fresno State. I think, if you look at it, you can. So both of the guys that I'm going to compare were second-round picks, and one is going out while he still can walk out. One is, unfortunately, in my opinion, still desperately trying to chase glory, maybe get a ring. I don't know how, because he's never going to a team where he's just the backup. But Derek Carr and the Red Rocket, old Red Rifle, Andy Dalton himself, both kind of have very similar career trajectories, both being taken in the second round, both being good, not great quarterbacks, and Derek Carr walking away while he still can. Carr threw for a total of 35,000 yards and 217 touchdowns, which each ranks first in Raiders history. He signed with the Saints in 2023, with the team going combined 14-13 with him under center from 23 to 2024. It's pretty crazy to think that Derek Carr is the franchise leader in touchdown passes and yards for the Oakland Las Vegas Raiders, but then you start to think, who are the big-time quarterbacks historically for the Raiders? Not many, and not many in the modern era. You know what I'm saying? I'm MCDC, Vrabel, Gruden guy, Mr. Detroit City. Those are exactly the guys that I like. I really, obviously, love MCDC. I like the player coach, if that makes sense. The coach who can connect with the player more so than the coach who's got his X's and O's. He wants to know his Jimmys and Joes. Get some oil down the can there. Rich Gannon was the man. I do agree with you. Rich Gannon was sick. He just didn't have the tenure that Derek Carr had to pile up these 35,000 yards. Also, let's be honest, even though Rich Gannon is a modern era quarterback, he's a early modern era quarterback, not the pass happy, 2014 to 2022 era of the NFL that Derek Carr got to thrive in. As far as, I think when we look back on it in 10, 15 years, I think we'll call this the pass happy version of the NFL, the softer version of the NFL. I got cats trying to get in the room. Most of career not in Oakland, though. Yes, exactly. Rich Gannon, exactly. Didn't spend the majority. I mean, I think, didn't he retire out of Oakland? Wasn't that his last stop? And didn't Rich Gannon originally get drafted as a defensive back? Which is wild to think about. The Saints are coming off a 15-12 season and selected Louisville quarterback Tyler Shough with the number 40 pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Shough joins a quarterback room that includes Spencer Rattler, who started 6 games for New Orleans last season, and Jake Haener. They also have Kellen Moore as their head coach. This is the first head coach hiring job for Moore, who was previously offensive coordinators for the Eagles, Chargers, and the Dallas Cowladies. The last time a quarterback who was a 4-time Pro Bowler abruptly retired because of long-term injury concerns was Andrew Luck in 2019. That August, he announced he was calling it a career due to various injuries that he'd suffered during his career, including ones to the shoulders and ankle. Luck was 29 years old when he retired. So yeah, a little bit of comparison there. And I'm not a Saints fan. I did like Drew Brees back in the day. If I was a Saints fan, I don't know how I would process this. All right, if any of you are Saints fans down in the chat, let me know what you guys are kind of thinking. It's a good and bad thing. Good because, yes, Derek Carr, good quarterback, gets to walk away with his brain and body intact. Sucks to be the Saints, though, as far as, now we know that our options are Jake Haener, Spencer Rattler, or Tyler Shough, who's 85 years old as a rookie. A lot of question marks, but it opens up a ton of money moves moving forward. So, maybe we're seeing an understanding on how rebuilds are supposed to be done. And maybe we can tie this back to the Detroit Lions by saying that the plan that we did, the long-term rebuild, and the patience that organizations have to have when cutting all the rot out. Look, The Saints are in hell. They are in cap hell. It's going to take a while for them to undo a lot of the bad. Having this money freed up, though, makes it a lot easier for the Saints moving forward. So, look, good for Derek Carr for being able to retire when he can still walk away. And yes, Mr. Detroit City. Maybe the Saints aren't so keen on winning a lot of games, so that it doesn't take a lot to make any moves that might need to be made during the draft to go get their boy, old Arch Manning himself. It's looking like he's going to be sliding on a Saints uniform every day. He gets closer and closer, especially with these type of moves. So, all right, now that story is out of the way, guys, if you haven't already, before we get into this next article, if you wouldn't mind walking on over to that subscribe button, subscribing to the channel if you're new here, ring that notification bell so that you can be part of the Hat and Beard Show every Monday through Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here at youtube.com. You can join the chat, hang out with guys like Mr. Detroit City, I'm Chasing Chase, Cody Till, Brent DeWitt, Jeanette Hall's in there lurking around somewhere. We got people that come out, and you know what? Even if you don't want to hang out and chat, that's totally all right. I don't mind you guys working and lurking. Like First Name, he be working and lurking all the time. Just really appreciate it. And then if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and assault that like button. Go ahead and give it the old 2-piece and a biscuit while you're down there, right next to the like button. In that same vicinity, it's the number one thing you can do to help the channel grow. Share this video around with all your friends. Just copy the link down on your clipboard. That way you don't have to tip your hand and tell everybody that you're affiliated with the Hat and Beard Show. It really helps the channel grow. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for telling a friend. That's what we love about you guys. Now we're going to walk on over to SI.com. John Macaron. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I really like reading this guy's content. So, draft analyst rips Lions wide receiver Isaac Teslaa. This can't be inspiring. Lions fans react to draft analysis commenting on one minicamp rep. Detroit Lions took wide receiver Isaac Teslaa is already fancying scrutiny. When general manager Brad Holmes made the decision to trade multiple third-round picks to trade up to 32 spots, it instantly put the former Arkansas wideout under the microscope, even though he is Brad Holmes' favorite wide receiver in the draft. After the team's rookie minicamp, the team posted a highlight video online of the 23-year-old besting defensive backs and securing a solid reception. A Bleacher Report draft analyst shared after watching the video posted by the team, quote, "This can't be inspiring if you're a Detroit Lions fan," end quote. One of the top areas of concern analysts have about the talented wideout is his ability to separate off the line of scrimmage. Many draft analysts believe Teslaa currently has limitations in his separation ability, given he will be matching up regularly against defensive backs who will play physical at the line of scrimmage. According to Dane Bergler, Teslaa's weaknesses include unimpressive 2-year production in the SEC. Despite size and speed, struggled to escape press and early contact. Wasn't asked to run a full route tree in the 2024 role. Supporters took to social media to downplay early concerns, as many understand it was only the first day of his development at the next level. Many point out the draft analysts could be using one rep to justify that they posted online about his skill set. Others again pointed out their opinion the Lions reached to move up that many spots to draft a player with obvious areas of concern. One supporter shared, quote, "There are people seeing this and complaining about the lack of separation. That's how you know that that's how you know that you can just ignore their player evaluation about the wide receiver position." Another shared, quote, "Draft people, quote, tweeting rookie minicamp clips to use it as confirmation for their e-values is some pathetic shit, lol," end quote. Another draft analyst posted, "Fans don't like to be told their team made the worst trade up and reach in the entire NFL draft. But that's exactly what the Lions did with Teslaa." Here's a sample of reactions. These are all reactions that we already see. But look. All right, here we go. Check it out. So here's the clip. So there's Isaac Teslaa. Boom. Yeah, doesn't quite separate, but okay. Hand fighting. Running, hand fighting, located the ball. Separates. He's already turned his hips. The DB is late to the reaction, so the DB's going to overrun. He's already adjusted, turned his body, his frame, and he's identified, located the ball. Turn. Continue to bait the defensive back. See how he completely 360'd his way around? Baited the DB. The DB's late to the reaction. Boom. Look at the hands. Look at the extension. The hands up, full extension. DB's way out of position. Now think if this was a sideline catch. Watch it. Boop. Oh. Here comes the ball. It's going to hit our hands. We're going to grab, readjust, lose the ball, identify. Look, you see his head positioning. You can see the ear hole on the helmet. He's taken his head, identified the ground. Defensive back is a non-issue. Ball is in the air. We've re-grabbed the ball, identified the ground, protected ourselves with our body from the defensive back. We're going to bring the ball in. All hands, all hands, all hands, 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 hands. Boom. Look at that. And then we're going to the ground. Doop, with a good secured catch. Let's watch this again. Yep, here we go. Boom, boom. No separation. Boop. But see, he's got his man beat here already. Martin Nelson, what's up? Oh, hey, Martin. How you doing, brother? Hell yeah, Martin. Good morning, bro. Good to see you, dude. Good to see you, my guy. Here we go. And we got some again. He's got his man beat already. Yes, the separation, the JMO separation isn't there. However, this route isn't a pure go route. Doop, 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 boop. Here we go. Boop, hands. This is how we play our hands. So it's all hands. I don't know what they're all butthurt about. I think that was a good rep right there. Yeah, the separation on a 6'4" wide receiver who played at Hillsdale College and then 2 years in a non-pass happy offense at Arkansas isn't going to be your most blazing speed guy. Yeah, he played at an SEC school, but he's all hands, hands, hands. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, a rookie wide receiver not getting separation in his first camp. He must be a bust. Yes, exactly. Exactly. How you doing this morning, Martin? I'm doing well, man. I'm off today, so I'm just chilling, bro. Brent DeWitt. Exactly, dude. Exactly. They're just shitting their pants over one rep where he wasn't JMO speed. But he's still, like, what they're completely missing on this rep is hands, located, turn. Look at the way he's able to bait and push, get his defensive back completely out of position. There is only one man in this entire vicinity who can make a play on this ball, and that's Teslaa. Right? And then he does. I mean, the DB is so far out of position. He's so far out of position. He's never going to be able to even try and break this pass up. So the best thing he can do is get maybe a little illegal contact back here. But the hand fighting, look at the separation he has from body to body with the hand fighting. Yeah, he didn't run past the guy, but he's got good hand-to-hand fighting. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got the day off too, Martin? Hell yeah. Looks good to me. You guys give him a little... Yeah, exactly, Janelle Hall. Give him a little bit more time. It's one rep on his very first rookie minicamp. I mean, my God. Also, the expectation, look at hands all the way down. Hands all the way down. And that's a pretty good catch. I mean, he doesn't even try to bring it into his body. He just hands until the very last second, and then it's a good completed, good rep. I think it's a real solid rep. I don't know what we're expecting. Why are the expectations that he's going to JMO run past people? He's never been a JMO run past people. He's never going to have JMO speed. He's 6'4". He's a possession guy. And I think that's a great rep right there. You know what it is? You know what this tells me? Brad Holmes did it again. Right? Isaac Teslaa's getting the Jahmyr Gibbs shit-talking treatment. Like when we took Gibbs in the first round, right? They're going to talk all this shit. Chirp, 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 chirp. And meanwhile, Isaac Tesla's going to be him. Just hide and fucking watch. You dicks. You dickheads. Brad Holmes' favorite wide receiver in the draft. Brad Holmes found Amon-Ra St. Brown. Brad Holmes found Cooper Kupp. Brad Holmes drafted. And finally, his breakout season going over 1,000 yards last year, Jameson Williams with 1,001 yards. So if Brad Holmes, who finds these dogs, Amon-Ra St. Brown is one of the best wide receivers in the game. Cooper Kupp is a former Triple Crown winning wide receiver. Both of them were mid-round picks. Isaac Teslaa is fitting that exact same mold. I do not understand what all the butt hurts about. JMO gross. Exactly, Janelle Hall, exactly. JMO gross. Mr. Detroit City, yes. Okay, we all know I am not the biggest JMO fan, right? I am not too wild about JMO, although athletically he's a fucking freak. Even though we did hit him with the 5-year extension, I am preparing for life after JMO. And I think we all need to prepare for life after JMO. And I think Isaac Teslaa is our guy for life after JMO, right? He's going to have a relatively good productive rookie year as far as where he lands on the pecking order. There's not the pressure for him, but I like this rep. I like this rep simply because, boom, right here. Watch him. He's already down line. I wouldn't mind, pardon me, I had to burp. I wouldn't mind if he didn't immediately turn and locate. If he could keep his head forward for a few more paces, maybe another 2 yards, 2 or 3 yards, so that you're not the DBs aren't able to react to your reaction. But he's already coming up, locate, fighting. See, he's got his man beat right here. See how he's got his man beat right here? Yeah, it's not a lot of separation, but he's got his DB beat. His defensive back is in a reactionary position, not right here, not an attack position. Hand fighting, clean, 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 hand fighting, clean, clean, hand fighting. Now, yes, possibly maybe a little bit of a shove, but hand fighting. It's all hand fighting. There's not enough there for me to say illegal contact or offensive PI. Hand fighting. This is what I like right here. He's located the ball and he's reacting to the underthrown pass, right? Now Snyder has thrown him passes, the rookie trying out from Eastern Michigan. Underthrew the pass, but Teslaa, boom, turns. He's got his man his man is in terrible position. Boom, boom, boom. Separate. Look, now the DB is reacting. So the DB is completely washed from the play now. Because the DB's washed from the play, the DB's taking his eyes off the wide receiver, can't react. He's got his hands on the wide receiver, so he's going to be a little grabby. And Tesla's going to turn and continue to work his man away. So what he did was he worked his man inward and then looped out while recorrecting. Now, it's not the best thrown pass, but I think he took it. Yeah, he didn't blaze past him. DB grabbed his face mask. Did he? Yeah, right there. Holy shit, yeah. Brent DeWitt. Yeah, dude, bam. Look at that. Look at that. Look at you. Yo, somebody I know just got signed by the Lions recently. Hell yeah, Martin. For real? For real, dude? That's what's up, man. Let me know. We'll look him up. He'll become a channel favorite, bro. For real, for real. Yeah, look at that. He's got his hand all up in the face mask. Brent DeWitt, you nailed that. Damn, son. Hey, Brent DeWitt. Considering with this very small detail, you clearly have better eyes than 99% of the zebras in the NFL. Brother, help us, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're our only hope. You have to become a referee. It's you, dude. Grassroots movement. We're starting this right now. Brent DeWitt for NFL referee. Head of officiating, Brent DeWitt. Let's go. Damn, dude. Look at that. That's really egregious, too. Yeah, he's all up in that face mask. I love this. Look at. So I've read reports that Isaac Teslaa is anywhere from 6'2" to 6'4". So I'm 6'3". I have a little bit longer arms than someone my height, so I've got about a 7-foot wingspan. So you figure right there with that shove off, he's pushing himself 4 feet, so 2-3 yards of separation right there. And then your DB's, he's cooked. He's torched. He's never going to be able to recover. The ball's already there. He's already, I do like, let's count it. 1, 2, hang on, let's count it. Hands up, 1, 2, 3. So, okay, waited to get the hands up until almost I would have liked you to keep your hands down, 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 hands up here. Not so much here. Down, 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 hands up now. Now put your hands up. Now put your hands up. Give it that very last second. You know what I'm saying? That very last doop. You know what I'm saying? But hands. Now let's pay attention. Not only was he face masked, not only was there hand fighting, not only was the pass underthrown, and not only is it the man's first rookie minicamp, hands. And you see that ball, that is a free floating ball. That ball is floating in the air. That ball is not in hands. Hands. And there you go. You can see him. Doop. That is a man with no hands on that ball. And then he readjusts, catches, protects, hands into the body, into the basket, actually, into the body, then into a nice basket grab. So hands, boop, doop. There you go. And a mild celebration, first down. Let's go. What is there not to like? I see great hands and concentration. Right? That's what I'm saying, Brent. All I'm seeing is another guy out here working his ass off, flying under the radar. Hands. That wasn't. Let's be real. Let's watch this one more time. And here comes the face mask. Yep. And there's the grab. Oh, wow. He even pulls his head down. Oh, wow. He pulls his head completely down. Look at that. Look at Tesla's head. Look at the angle of the helmet. Bam. Yep. You can see it change, right? Oop. There. You see his helmet's tipped down from where he's grabbing and readjusting. Hands, hands, hands. Now, most guys would have tried to have recorrected and gone body grab right here, but he goes hands, 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 full extension, while also, I mean, now are we looking at the ball or are we looking for our feet positioning? Are we trying to identify the sidelines? Because if we're able to take our hands off the ball or our eyes off the ball, concentrate, locate the sideline, toe, imagine this along the sideline, doop, doop, and the drag. So this is more or less as close to a sideline grab route or a rep as you can get. Look at toes, knee, toes, hands, boom. Beautiful. Love it. Love the rep. Love what I see out of that rep. I don't know why. I don't understand what there is to scrutinize. What are they scrutinizing there? That he doesn't have JMO run past your speed? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think some fucking 6'4" white honky wide receiver from Hillsdale, Michigan is going to have blazing speed. My fucking bad. Apparently, I live in the world of reality. Oy vey. Alrighty, guys. So, last but not least, this is from 2-3 days ago. So, this is after the first day of rookie minicamp. Obviously, we weren't doing a show that day. So, we're going to roll on over to DetroitLions.com, read our boy Tim 20 Man rookie minicamp observations. This is going to be our last article we read today. So, guys, if you haven't already, please walk on over to that subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Ring that notification bell so that you can be a part of the live show every Monday through Wednesday. You can hang out with guys like Martin Nelson, Brent DeWitt, Mr. Detroit City, I'm Chasing Chase, Cody, Till. Who else am I missing? Frank the Tank, Butcher's Block, or I'm sorry, Beantown Breakdown. Man, there's a whole boatload of you guys that just be popping up. Oh golly. There was some. Was it Frank? Was it Frank the Tank who called the Tesla pick? Hell yeah. Yep, that guy Anthony Tyus the third. We used to go to the same church. Huh. Let's check it out. Anthony Tyus. Oh, there you go. Ohio Bobcats running back. Oh, hell yeah, Martin. Look at this. Lions undrafted running back Anthony Tyus wants to, quote, make sure they can't get rid of me in Detroit. Tyus aims to show effort, hard work, grit, relentlessness to stick to the Lions. Fuck yeah, dude. Anthony Tyus III is one of the 10 undrafted rookie free agents signed by the Detroit Lions after the conclusion of the 2025 NFL Draft. The Ohio Bobcats running back showed Detroit why Detroit had interest with a strong rookie minicamp debut on Friday. Tyus is a power-style one-cut back in the mold of the two Lions ahead of him in the depth chart, David Montgomery and Craig Reynolds. In Friday's rookie minicamp session, the 6'1", 225-pound Tyus demonstrated the decisive acceleration and dance-free aggressive style. Ooh, I like this guy. Already. He's a bruiser. Yeah, got us a Mack truck, dude. Putting the Lions uniform on was a dream come true for Tyus, a native of the Kalamazoo area, 2 hours west of Detroit. It felt great to put on the jersey. Wearing this Honolulu blue, there ain't nothing like it. Tyus spent several seasons at Northwestern before transferring to Ohio for his final year. He helped lead the Bobcats to a MAC title in Ford Field last December, rushing for 151 yards and a touchdown in Ohio's 38-3 romp over rival Miami of Ohio. Now, let's go ahead and just throw this out there right quick. My guy. I've known him since he was a kid. Dude, that's wild, Martin. That's wild, dude. Yo, he's now an instant. We are now big fans of Anthony Tyus. The Hat and Beard Show is now, we are huge fans of Anthony Tyus for three reasons. One, we've got the Martin connection. Hey, I mean, it's hard to. How could I not root for a guy who knows somebody in our in the community, right? Also, I like a bruising running back. 6'1", 225 pounds, decisive acceleration, dance-free, aggressive style. Is a power style one-cut back. That's my type of running back, dude. That's my type of thing. Now, we're going to take this a step further. Why do I like this guy even more? Not only does he have the connection to one of our own here at the Hat and Beard Show, not only is he a one-cut bruiser of a running back, my guy went to Northwestern. You got to have a big fucking brain to go to Northwestern. Ahmed's brother has been on Detroit's podcast lately. Maybe you can get an appearance. Hey, all right. I don't know how to reach out to those people, Mr. Detroit City. Corey Bosch, is that his name? Him and his family love my mom cooking. Hell yeah, dude, that's what's up. I am now a fan of this bruiser. Brent DeWitt, look at that, Martin. Look at that. Martin, you just got two big old fans of Anthony Tyus. Hell yeah, I'm a fan of this Brainiac Bruiser. That's what I'm going to call him. He's the Brainiac Bruiser. Yes. He's on Rocked on Detroit Lions. That's Corey Bosch on Rocked on Detroit Lions. I don't know how to network. I don't know how to network. I don't know how to, like, ask people for things. So I don't know how to network to talk to these kinds of people. I think it'd be fucking dope, but I don't know how to do that. I am so hype about this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the Lions have what, a 16-year record of keeping an undrafted. I don't know how to network either, Chase. Yes, exactly, dude. I have no idea. He's been making an appearance on there along with other Lions pods. No shit. If I knew how to network, I would try and network with somebody like this, but I don't know how to network. I don't know how to make friends and influence people. Dude, the Brainiac Bruiser. So what I was saying is the Lions have go in the chat like I do and comment. Oh yeah, that I should do. So there is one channel that I'm actually really active in as far as sports, and that's Woodward Sports. I'm like hella active in the Woodward Sports community. Low key, I've always joked with Broder that they used to have Woodward Sports. They used to have a nightly show from like 8 to 10 or something like that. And I used to joke with Broder, one of the other hosts there, that they should bring it back and let me and him host it. It's my dream to be a radio talk show host, man. That's what I've always wanted to be, even when I was like young. I just showed Hat and Boobs fucking Jim Rome the other day. I was like, Rome is burning. Clones. I used to follow Woodward big time, but the owner, Chad Johnson, is oh, no shit. I don't know anything about the ownership. No shit. That sucks, man. See, I like Woodward Sports. I used to watch like a lot of the programming, but if I'm being honest, I only watch heavyweights. I watch heavyweights because I really like Spenmo Rax and Easy. Easy's actually a really cool dude, man. Me and him have talked on Instagram a few times. Easy's fucking cool, man. Easy speaks on Woodward Sports heavyweights. He's a cool fucking guy, dude. He's a cool fucking guy. Broder had to get a job. Yeah, so is that why Broder's not on it anymore? He had to get a job? See, I was wondering about that. I figured they wouldn't be paying very much. That sucks. I liked Broder, man. And I always kind of wondered if it was a money thing because, like, the morning show is just, they kind of chew through people. Like, I remember watching it back when, before Jeff, it was that skinny white kid, Jeff, and, that Middle Eastern guy. What the fuck was his name? I never liked his takes, but I loved his personality. I thought he had it's all politics, man. And that's why, like, I don't do good with networking and like playing with other. Adam Baydoun. Yes, that's exactly who it was. Adam Baydoun is boom. Yes. So actually, if you look back at some old Adam Baydoun clips on Woodward Sports, I was the guy that got him to go off for 15 minutes on gas versus charcoal grills. I was the one that prompted that. Yes, dude, Adam Baydoun. I couldn't remember his name, dude. Yes, Adam Baydoun. So, all right, Mr. Trey City, you know exactly what I'm talking about with Woodward Sports and shit. Yeah, I like the heavyweights though, man. So that sucks that, back end stuff's kind of dirty, but it's kind of business. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys, think we got time to run through this last article? We might go a little bit long. I don't have to work today, and neither does Martin. Hey. All right. Cross-training line general manager Brad Holmes said the team was going to cross-train interior offensive line picks Tate Ratledge and Miles Frazier. Ratledge lined up at center and guard during the first team period of rookie minicamp on Friday. Ratledge said after practice he's open and doing whatever he can to help the team, and said the more he can do, the more of an asset he can be to the team. Lawsuit with Chad and them losers. Adam was a founder. Adam was a founder? Holy shit. What the fuck? I didn't know that. Damn, they did him dirty, because he just disappeared one day, dude. Like a fucking fart in the wind. They got him on a non-compete NDA during this lawsuit, huh? Dude, that sucks, man. That sucks, dude. Because I used to, like, tell Hatton Booth, like, I can't wait for Woodward Sports to call me and hire me away. Well, not anymore. Oh, fucking, that sucks. Baydoun is? Really? Baydoun's a 4547 guy, huh? Huh. I never would have guessed that. It's when they brought in Gabby, etc. It went, really? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. They did seem to get kind of woke, dude. Mr. Detroit City. I agree. They did seem to get kind of. That's kind of why I stopped watching all but the heavyweights. I mean, I liked to listen to the afternoon show or the mid-afternoon show with oh gosh, what's his name? The announcer for for the Oakland college games. What's his name? He hosts it with Darren McCartney. I don't mind his take so much, but yeah, they did get kind of woke, huh? Now that you mention that, they really did. Damn, that sucks. Part of the plan, first-round pick Tyleik Williams took part in a team period to open practice. Then after team stretching, he worked out off to the side with the training staff for the rest of practice. He said afterwards it was, quote, part of the plan. I still watch some shows to support some of the guys like Easy, etc., but not like I used to. Same, dude. I used to watch heavyweights every single day. I actually have a Woodward Sports membership, and I used to be in it every day. I used to gift memberships and stuff. Yeah, so Chat Sports and others like We're. So I actually know Mike Kimber used to be Micro Mike, and I used to watch Micro Mike a lot, dude. He's one of like in my opinion, Micro Mike or Mike Kimber, and Detroit Lions Syndicate are like the OG Lions content creators that I used to watch, dude. Mike is a man. Does Mike still do the pre-show? Lions Nation Unite has also been going downhill since Mike Kimber left. Yeah, dude. I remember Lions Nation Unite. I was in it for a little bit, and Kimber was plugging it really hard. So he's out on it, huh? Been watching Florida Mike the past 4 years. Yeah, dude. I've been watching. Now that you mentioned, I've been watching Micro Mike for a long time, dude. So is he independent now? Is he back doing his own thing? Because I haven't. My algorithm's so absolutely dog fucked that, like, to be honest, guys, I get very little football content, and the football content I do get is like football analytics and Tub Frog. Those are the guys that I like. But I know exactly. I remember, yeah, Mike Kimber, because he was working with Herman Moore on some stuff. Oh, okay, so he is still with Chat Sports. Okay, gotcha. Because he's been on like ESPN radio and stuff before. Micro Mike's really made a hell of a career for himself, dude. That guy's really worked his ass off, and justifiably. So, I mean, he's earned everything that he's gotten. He went from like very very few viewers to just kind of blowing up the past 4 years, dude. I mean, that's good for him, dude. We're trying to get on that type of a trajectory, man. I'm not gonna lie, I have before found myself comparing my viewership at the same time period, like, same time period, same subscription levels as Mike Kimber, and we're pretty. Yeah, he is a vet, I know, and he's got real bad back problems from. I think he like destroyed some of his vertebrae or something from his time in the service. He's actually an economist, which is why his name was Micro Mike, was microeconomics. What? Holy shit, his wife left him? Oh my God. Dude. Well, thank you, man. I wouldn't mind being next. There is no my turn, someone else's turn. This isn't someone's turn or not, but yes, it would be nice if my ticket could come up. If the algorithm picked me. back when he started his channel, she didn't believe in him. God, politics ruin everything. Yes, dude. Okay. See, in Mr. Detroit City, that sucks, dude. They a lot laughed at him. Well, okay, so to be honest, man, like that sucks that his wife didn't believe in him. That's something that like Hat and Boobs I'm very grateful for is like not only does she watch all of my content, not only does she watch all my content and share, she also sometimes she'll watch it while she's at work on the live show. But when you don't have a partner that supports you in this type of stuff, especially because like you say, a lot of people laughed at him. So like I don't know, man. I used to sounds familiar. It's why I'm divorced. Yeah, Chase, that does sound familiar, doesn't it? But Mr. Detroit City, like I used to share my content on Facebook because I was trying to grow or whatever, and like I don't know, man, nobody ever really engaged with it, so I just kind of chucked it up to like a lot of people just don't fucking buy in it. Stick with it, bro. You got this. Don't be like me. Well, Martin, dude, you can get back into it whenever you want, bro. You can get back. Like, dude, I've taken breaks off. Martin, let me tell you something, bro. I used to do video game content. That's what I started out doing. And then I tried to do politics. I tried to be Steven Crowder and Matt Walsh. And then I got into talking about football because it's one of the only things that I like talking about. And like Mr. Detroit City, like a lot of people, I'm gonna be honest. I don't tell people that I do YouTube. Like I don't like tell people like, oh, subscribe to my channel. Oh, you should check out my channel because like most people don't take it seriously. You know what I'm saying? Do I run COD like Call of Duty? Is that what you're asking? COD, Call of Duty? I am fucking terrible at first-person shooters, my guy. I am fucking terrible at them. Back when everyone was like I played a little bit of GoldenEye back in the day, but then once everybody got into fucking Halo and Call of Duty, psh, dude, I suck. Now, I don't mind playing like first-person shooters. Like I grew up playing Medal of Honor. That was fun, but I suck at competitive first-person shooters, dude. I still do video games, but that's just because I flunked out of game dev school. Hey, man, there's nothing wrong with that, dude. There's nothing wrong with that, Chase, dude. Like, I don't know, man. The older you get, it's just like lean into the shit that you want to do, man. Like I get it. Most people don't take it seriously. Doom all day, hell yeah, dude. Doom was wild. Most people don't take it seriously when you're like, oh, I'm gonna do YouTube until like this is what I kind of feel like. Okay, so if you are a small, very like I'm a really small content creator, right? It's when you tell people like, oh, I do YouTube. First of all, they're like, oh, what's your channel name? And it's like, okay, well, the Hat and Beard Show. It's gonna be hard to find, right? Because those are all terms, search terms, right? But when you tell them like, yeah, like I personally am very proud of the 640 plus subscribers that I have. I'm very proud of that because it's taken a lot of work, right? Unfortunately, I'm not monetized because I don't have the subscription goal or the viewership hours, but that's fine, right? As someone who's in it, you know it. You know what I'm saying? But when you tell fucking like regular people that just don't understand it, they're like, "Oh, you got a YouTube channel." And it's like, "Yeah, well, how many subscribers? 640." They're like, "Oh, they don't take it seriously unless you're like, I got 100,000 subscribers." You know what I'm saying? Imagine still being on Twitch, but they pay me. So yeah, dude, like I would be on Twitch if I got paid. Chase, I don't blame you for being on Twitch, bro. You're making money. There's nothing wrong with making money, dude. There's nothing wrong with making money, brother. Like I've thought about taking this dual stream to Rumble just to grow there because they seem to pay a little bit earlier on and better than YouTube. Man, we kind of got out in the weeds here, didn't we? I'm on Twitch. What's that? Yeah, but the kids know. The young kids know what Twitch is, bro. You know what I'm saying? The next generation with the purchasing power knows what that is. I don't really feel like reading this. We can talk about rookie minicamp stuff tomorrow. My cousin has a Twitch. Crack kills. Ain't that right, Mr. Detroit City? Ain't that right? Shit. Well, boys, we kind of got out in the weeds today. We're going to abandon this article. Whatever. We kind of know what to take from it, and we'll talk more about it. We do need filler for the next few weeks. But we did get an interesting little article here. Someone that we had. Look at this. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Anthony Tyus. The bruise. What did I say? The bulldozing brainiac. Hell yeah, dude. The bulldozing brainiac is a new big fan of Anthony Tyus here at the Hat and Beard Show, and I really hope that he hits that he's the guy. Look, the organization for the Detroit Lions, for a decade and a half, give or take, we were reliant on finding these undrafted rookie free agents to help play us at a higher level because we needed it. That was out of necessity. As we continue to be a winning organization, the requirements to fill out the roster with undrafted free agents simply because of the talent just isn't there. That window gets smaller and smaller. But I'm hoping right now, God damn, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I would like to see Tyus be that guy, though. I don't want to see it come to injury, but Craig Reynolds would be the odd man out. Craig Reynolds would be the odd man out. I know exactly how you feel. I used to advertise my content on Facebook, too. Was not that good at networking either. Yeah, dude, Martin, I suck at networking. I used to put on Facebook, but it's pointless now. I found that putting my content out there had no impact on the amount of viewership that I got. I actually, excuse me, not to sound like an asshole, I actually get a lot more by doing less. Like, if you guys recall, excuse me, even when I did football content, it originally started off as like highly edited. You know, everything had to be perfect. It was a 20-minute video that I was spending 2-3 hours on to edit everything just right. And now I don't do any editing. I just do a morning live show. And for one, I enjoy it a lot more. It's way more fun to do a live show like this and interact with you guys and just treat it like a fucking radio show. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm a little bit more open with my speech than the SEC would let me. The key in life is let go and let God. In all areas, faith will guide you. I completely agree with that, dude. I completely agree with you. I found that with content creation, the less I try, the lesser of a grip that I put on it, the bigger it grows. But when I was trying to strangle it and hold on and squeeze everything has to be perfect. I have to control every single thing of it. It was stressful. It wasn't working. And now everything is just a little bit more, I don't know, man, casual. I don't know. I found that the less I do, the more I get. However, in that same vein, the more I do, the more I get because I'm putting out time-wise a lot more content. I mean, we're doing an hour show every day as opposed to a 20-minute video every 3 or 4 days. You know what I'm saying? So we're actually committing more time. Just it's not as intensive as much. It doesn't feel like as much work. This doesn't feel like I have to work. I don't feel like I'm obligated to turn out content for you guys. If anything, this should be our low point. We should be struggling to get viewership. We should be struggling to find news. I should be struggling to fill out an hour show. But then like today, we didn't even get to talk about all the topics that we wanted to because the community is so rich. You guys are so good at engaging. You guys are so informative. You have such good, interesting take. Like, dude, Martin, I've known you for 4 years, bro. I've known Martin for 4 years. Just now today found out he knows an NFL player. How awesome is that? How awesome is that, dude? Oh, man. I love this community. You guys are the fucking cat's ass, bro. Seriously. Fucking awesome, dude. So we're going to become a big Anthony Tyus fan. I hope he makes it to the... Okay, I'll tell you guys this right... Okay, legit. Okay. If Anthony Tyus makes it to the preseason, I'll get an Anthony Tyus Lions jersey. How's that? Football fan until this channel and my new girlfriend. And my girlfriend. Now it's part of my week. Hell yeah, Chase. Hell yeah, Chase. There you go, Mr. Detroit City. Jeanette Hall's in agreement with you. Yeah, Chase, dude. See, and that's the other thing. It's like, okay, look, dude, I'm wearing a fucking wrestling shirt because of you guys. And no, I'm not just pandering to you guys. I'm going to be honest. Y'all have made wrestling like way more entertaining for me. And I don't even follow it. You know what I'm saying? But because you guys are hype about it, I'm hype about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys remember Clint Hart played in the NFL, Chargers, etc. He lives where I live, and he runs a gym, coaches Trinity Catholic football. No shit, dude. No shit, bro. So that's awesome. I played COD with Denard Robinson for years. I can reach out and see if he's in 150%, Mr. Detroit City. Damn, dude, legit, like the actual Denard Robert, like for real, for real? Maybe I need to finally start wrestling podcast. Denard lives in Jax for you. So I actually I was gonna ask if he still lived on it, because didn't he get drafted by the Jags? I'm pretty sure he got drafted by the Jags and they tried to make him play running back, right? Dude, Chase, please do a wrestling podcast. Please. Please? Okay? Please. There. Like, short of me saying, Chase, you need to do this, please start a wrestling podcast for everybody else in the world, okay? For myself and everyone else in the world. Please start a wrestling podcast. Please. You're good at it. You know it. Please start a wrestling podcast. Guys, gamer tag on a bunch since the suspension from Michigan. No shit. Dude, how'd you end up bumping it? That's wild, Mr. Tracy. How'd you end up bumping into Denard Robinson, bro? That's wild, man. Especially, I mean, he lives down there, and I can't talk too much about it, guys, but unofficially official, the company I work for is being bought out by a large global organization. And, oh my God, I just figured out. Okay, don't let me forget this. We're running late today, guys. The company that's buying the place that I work at, they actually run a bunch of entertainment venues and sports complexes across the whole fucking country. One of the facilities that they operate is the Jacksonville Jaguars facility. So I maybe in a year or two, depending on how things go, might consider looking for a transfer down there. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now real quick though, we're gonna wrap up on this. Can I ask, how do you like the new logo down at the bottom, the Hat and Beard Show logo? I just realized what it looks like. So I eliminated Mr. Leahy from it because I made it too busy. I tweaked the imagery a little bit with some color changes, and actually Hat and Boobs picked out all the lettering, the coloring, and the shadowing, and I just realized what it looks like. Does it not look like Grand Theft Auto lettering? That looks like Grand Theft Auto shit, doesn't it? I just realized this. Huh. I kind of like it. No, it's not a sticker on my laptop. That's a decal or a graphic that I made. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that, bro. Legit, Mr. Detroit City. So, GTA or Red Dead. Exactly, Chase. Yes, that's it. I just happened to glance at it and I just realized what the font looks like, dude. Yes, it's got like a GTA vibe, doesn't it? I like it. That's all Hat and Boobs doing. She said yes to this, no to this, no to that. She helped me pick out all the colors. So that's a Hat and Boobs thing right there, bro. Legit. She helps me out a lot with this channel, dude, for real. But yeah, Mr. Detroit City, I'm leaning more towards eventually. Like her and I gotta pay down some debt still yet, and then I need to obviously have a nice little down payment on some house to move or whatever. But theoretically, give it a year or two. Hopefully, you can maybe start to make a little bit of money here on YouTube or something. Here, it does have the GTA vibes. Thank you, Martin. See, I was hoping some of you guys I know games, so I was like, these guys would be able to tell me. It does have the GTA vibe, doesn't it? Yeah, it's the white lettering with the outline and the colors. Yeah, and then so that's actually the Detroit City skyline. Here, I'll show you. See, that's Detroit. Or the you know what I mean. I could blow it all the way up, and there's some of the lake and stuff in there. But yeah, I kind of like that. I think she did a good job. Vice City. What are games? What is video game? Do pray tell. Elaborate. Yes, Vice City. You are right, Mr. Detroit City. It does. It looks like the ads for Vice City. Yes. Hey, Cody T, go make that money, sir. You go make that paper, my guy. We'll catch you tomorrow, dude. Have a good rest of your day, dude. Stay out of trouble, brother. Don't work too hard, man. Hell yeah. A bunch of good motherfuckers up in here, yo. Bunch of hard-working sons of bitches. Y'all getting your paper and shit. Woodward Nights did have that Vice City vibe, didn't it? Hell yeah. Yeah, wouldn't Woodward Nights be really great if it was hosted by Hat and Beard? Obviously, if they paid me. Miss Broder and Booner for sure. I'm there. Yeah, dude, I liked Broder and Booner. I don't know why they didn't do the night show. It could have been something behind the scenes, could have been money. I personally, I think that Woodward Sports has the again. Now this is I don't know business side of things. Information that was shared with me today is the first I've heard of any of this. I don't know. I'm drinking beards after dark, 8 to 10 days a week, weekdays. Dude, wouldn't that be nice? Dude, 8 to 10 would be great, wouldn't it though? Like that'd be great. I think Woodward Sports has the fan base and the infrastructure to. They should just engineer it and run their show as a internet radio channel. You know what I'm saying? Like 24-hour content, midnights, nights, day, morning, all that shit. I think they could do it. But again, I'd want to meet with some of these people because some information is a little off-putting to people like me. I've known some people with some of those issues in my life, the pill things, and like I don't fuck around with people. Broder and Nick 10 to 8 would do well, but they are missing out. Yeah, dude, they are missing out, dude. Yeah, Nick's a good host too, man. Nick's a good host too. Yeah, dude, hey man, that's their fault, dude. Look, if they want to leave money on the table, bro, that's on them, dude. That's on them. If they want to just leave money on the table, fine, that's on them. But if they do want to reach out to a guy like me, I mean, I'd consider it if the money was right, but I'd have to have contracts in place. And honestly, guys, I don't think I could carry a 2-hour show by myself. I think I would need a co-host and a producer and a show map and someplace to pee regularly. So that's going to be it for today's show because I have to pee really fucking bad. I've had to pee for the past 20 minutes. Crunch Time Sports, Jeff, etc. is pretty solid. Is Crunch Time Sports with Jeff, young Jeff from Woodward? Because I've seen him pop up. I've seen his face on thumbnails. I didn't know if it was his channel or not, but we'll look into that. We'll talk more tomorrow, guys. I appreciate everybody stopping by, hanging out, tuning in. Thanks for telling a friend. That's what we love about you. If you haven't already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Yep, Adam's old co-host. That's what I thought you meant when you said Jeff. He's young as shit. He's like 12, right? Share this video around with all your friends, or just copy it down on the clipboard underneath your on your mobile device there. Assault the like button, hit it with the old 2-piece and a biscuit on your way out the door. Subscribe if you're new here, ring that notification bell, all that other stuff. I think I'm just repeating myself at this point because I have to pee super bad. So, boys, stay out of trouble. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. We'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m., 11 a.m. here at youtube.com, talking all NFL and Detroit Lions news, taking your chats, hanging out with all you guys. It was an awesome show today. Thank you so much for all you guys tuning in and being a huge part of it. I just read it. You guys make the show. Till next time. I've been Hat and Beard. You've been an attentive audience. Banga banga. Frig off.